Well, welcome guys. I'm super glad we could be here together today. We're going to be doing 30 minutes of some circuits, and then we're going to transition into some yoga. If you guys have any special requests, chime in and let me know. Maybe we can do that when we transfer over into the yoga. You can just pop in if you've got something you want to have stretched out, your hips, your shoulders, your back, whatever might feel good for you today. We're going to start hip distance apart, and we're just going to begin with our arm circles, and then we're going to be moving pretty quickly through our warm-up and then directly into our workout today. So keep your knees nice and soft and your arms outstretched and your chest is slightly lifted. And just invite a bit of breath into our body. And then reverse your circle in the opposite direction. I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to attend my yoga class yesterday via Facebook, but that will be one of the classes I'll be uploading today, and it was all centered around hope, so maybe a nice practice to invite maybe sometime this weekend if you have time. All right, let's take our hands, reach them up overhead, extend the body long. I want you to think about growing long like a tree. Reach your fingertips away from your pelvis. And then swim the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, lift up through the sternum, and just draw the hands a little bit further away from the low back, and just really create this opening through the chest. Drop the rib cage, and then swim the hands forward, interlace the fingers, press the body away. Good, and then release. We're going to come into two types of squats. Feet are going to begin first facing forward. Knees, hips, and ankles are tracking to each other. We're going to press back and then down. So I want you to think about through the heels, but also through the ball of the feet. So really just create this nice foundation beneath you. As you press up, draw up through the quads, draw the knees up, really turn those quadriceps on. And then press in through the heels, but also turn the glutes on as you lift. So it's a really nice activation, warm up through the glutes and through the quads. Good, nice job. Keep going. Nice. I think some gardeners are going to be happy that the rules are slightly more relaxed now. Good. We've got 5 more. Beautiful. Good. Last one. Beautiful. All right, come all the way up to standing. Out, externally rotate your feet. So you almost have your duck feet. And we're going to come into our squat. So it's not quite as wide as a sumo. It's a little bit wider than hip distance apart. You're going to lift up through the torso. We're going to come down. As you press up, squeeze your inner thighs. Down and lift. So again, you're drawing up through the quad, through the knee, but you're focusing also on the inner thigh. You almost try to wrap the inner thigh in as you come up to this lengthened position. Torso is lifted, tailbone is reaching down. There's a slight forward flexion, but you're trying to stay as tall as you can be. And down. Keep going. Good. Really feel that nice opening through the inner thigh. Good. Perfect. Great. And 4 more. Starting to feel maybe a little changing in the breath, a little warming up for the legs, and last one. And come right back up. Good job. Beautiful. Shake it off. Now we're going to go into 2 types of lunges. We're going to do a reverse lunge through center, front lunge. So it's almost like a teetering back to forth. So a little bit of balance challenge. So if you want to do this with weights, if anybody wants to grab something, go ahead and grab it. You can hold it as an isometric hold, so just at your chin. I'm going to do now weights, but that doesn't mean you don't have to. You don't have to. You can grab some weights. Okay, so beginning kind of at a midway through your mat, We're going to press back through the right foot. You're going to come into a lunge. Now you'll notice my back knee is kind of bent. I want you to come down. Don't touch the floor, but you're coming down. You come back through center, then we come into a front lunge, and then teeter back, okay? So here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you have space. Back, through center, front, through center. Keep going. A little bit of challenge to the balance here. Now, watching also the placement of the knee. Front knee always tries to track, or the balancing knee, if you will, tries to track over the ankle. Back. I should have probably moved over some of my yoga props here. I'm kind of knocking into them a little bit. All right, keep going. Now, for whatever reason, if you're feeling this in your knees, maybe more from the front lunge position, you're welcome just to go into back lunges. All right, last one, and then back. Come back through center. All right, we're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to transition, turn my body around. Coming halfway through your mat, beginning with your left leg back. Here we go. Back, through center, and front. Through center, back, and front. So I'm taking a nice large step, but it's not giant. It's not like this huge, huge space, and that's really helping me also create some balance. But what I am doing is I'm dripping down deeper through that back leg. And bend, and forward. Keep going. We're past the halfway point. Nice job. Good. Got about 8 seconds left, give or take. And back. Last 4, 3. Give me one more reverse lunge or front lunge. And back through center. Woo! Nice job. Beautiful. Shake that off. Good. Okay, so now we're going to go into some glute work. So if you have somewhere where you want to stand and touch up against, maybe hold your hand if you want to. If you're fine with your balance, you don't need to. So we're going to start with a kickback. You're going to anchor in through the left foot. Right hip is going to be slightly elevated. So it's not a huge kick, but just a slight lift so that you can bring that right foot right off the ground. As we kick back, upper body stays stationary. We kick and back through center. Kick and back through center. Here we go. Kick and kick. You're going to feel that activation through the glute maximus, the big glute muscle that kind of runs top to bottom and back. So you want to reach through the heel, stay nice and lengthened through the right leg. And you might be saying, why am I feeling this in my left glute? Well, your left glute is working to stabilize you and hold you upright. So your left glute gets that added benefit of working too. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, face, you can stay where you are. We're going to do a side kick, not huge. Torso stays lifted, foot stays flexed, slightly lift off the ground, and lift and lower. Now we're working the 2 other muscles in the right glute. Also, again, we feel that left glute. Holy moly. You need to bend your left knee a little. Go ahead. Maybe we'll take a little pressure off the glute. Keep going. So if you'll notice, my only thing that's moving here is my right leg. My torso's not moving. I'm nice and strong through my upper body. My left foot is kicking out. Good. We've got 8 seconds left. And then we get to do all of it all over on the other side. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Shake out the legs. Good job. Well done. Woo. I always say how humbling all of these exercises are because they are. Okay, left leg. I'm going to show you my lateral view. Right foot nice and firmly planted into the ground. Left leg is long, nice and active, and I want you to turn your body on. Nice and pressure, nice and long through the right leg. And here we go, and kick. And kick, kick. Pelvis, nice and stable. We're not teetering forward. I'm nice and strong through the upper torso. Belly is drawn in a little bit. Breathing. 15 seconds in. So this is great work, and I'll tell you for a couple of different reasons. First of all, sometimes we don't use our glutes as efficiently as we should. We sometimes tend to use our hamstrings, and that can become very difficult because you can become a bit more dominant on the hamstring muscles rather than the glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And that can also lead to discomfort in your hamstrings. If you've ever had a hamstring pull, you know what I mean. It's really not fun. So, and I had that, and it was because I wasn't using my glutes. So this is great work just to target that area. Left leg reaches. Also with work now, possibly seated a little bit more. This is a nice way to just strengthen that body and just get it nice and strong. Because we might not be walking as much as we normally would if we were at the office. Whew. All right, I need to shake that right leg out. Of my two glutes, my right one is the one that's a little weaker. So here we go. Good, 20 seconds left. Good, 10 seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake it off. Woo! Polo. Well, if they weren't awake before, your glutes are probably awake now. All right, we're going to come down onto the floor and we're going to do some push-ups. So we're going to do two options. We've got kneeling push-up and or a full expression of the exercise. So come on down. I'm just going to adjust the camera just a little so that we can see where we are right now. Good. So we're going to do 3 types of push-ups. We're going to do 5, 5, and 5. So 5 of the regular chest push-ups, 5 of tricep, whereby our elbows are tucked into our sides, and then 5 diamond. And then we'll rinse, wash, and repeat for the total of 45 seconds. So beginning in your push-up position, hands are wide, and you're going to make sure that your elbows and your wrists are nicely aligned with your shoulders, and we're going to come down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to bring my hands in a little bit closer so that the elbows can tuck in. Tricep push-up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Beautiful. I know, those are tough. All right, bring your hands into this diamond. Tips of the fingers are together, thumbs are together. Now, I want you to remember, it doesn't matter whether you come down to the ground. Even if you just bend your elbow by 2 inches, you're changing, you're challenging your body, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, good, and 5, beautiful. Come back into that wide stance. We're gonna go in again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, beautiful. Elbows in, tricep push up. I might be going a little fast, so sorry. Here we go, one more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, not my favorite. All right. Okay, here we go. Diamond, our last 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Press back into child's pose. Give your shoulders a little stretch and your back. Good. Now we're going to curl our toes under. We're going to come right into a downward facing dog. Feet are about hip distance apart. Stretch your heels down to the floor. You're going to walk your hands right to your feet. You're going to come into a forward fold. Inhale, begin to articulate up and come right into our standing position. We're going to go into our inchworms now. You have two options. Regular inchworm, we walk it back. Alternate option is you go into a side plank or a push-up or a combination of the two. We've got 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Roll it down, walk it out, and then walk it back. You choose. I'm going to do regular inchworms today, but I want you to make sure that you adjust and make it work for your body today. And back. Roll it in. And back. Nice job. Good. We are 30 seconds in, and I also want you to think about going as fast or as slow as what works for you. So it's not a function of having to keep a specific tempo. It's also about listening to your body. Walking through. All right, we've got 5 seconds. I bet we can finish one more inchworm. And back up. Good. And back. Whew. All right, great job. Take a minute, grab some water, shake it off. We're going to do our upper body next. Okay, so after you grab some water, make sure you grab your weights. We're going to do some biceps, and we're going to do some triceps as well as some reverse flies. So biceps, we're going to do two types. We're going to be doing our regular biceps. We're going to transition into hammer curls, 45 and 45. So we're going to be doubling them back to back on the exercises. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Roll the shoulder blades back, open the palms. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and right. So think about a 3, 2, 1 count on the lift and the lower. So we're doubling up here. Make sure you have enough resistance. That's key. Biceps, we sometimes can add a little more, so don't be shy to grab it. 30 seconds left. Now we're going to transition to hammer curls. So palms are facing out. Nice. Good. All right, 12 seconds left. Almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to the sides. Palms are going to face your thighs. We're going to do half are going to be just the hammer curls, and then hammer curls to press ups. Half and half, 22 seconds of each. Keep going. Nice compounded exercises. They're really great because they challenge different muscular, the muscular focus is a little different. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to come up and press, down, down, up, press, down, down. Keep going. Now we're working a bit of the shoulders here. Keep going. Beautiful. Beautiful. You've got it. 10 more seconds. Almost there. Make sure that when your arms are coming down, you're not flopping them down. There's nice control. In 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the side. Feet are hip distance apart. Our knees are going to come bent. We're going to do our shoulder reverse flies. We're going to do a single, single, double. So bend your knees, hinge from your hips, pulling your belly, lengthen through the back. First and foremost, that's really important so you can protect your low back. Arms are going to be outstretched in front of you. So we're going to single, single, and then double both arms. Okay, here we go. Single, single, and double. Single and double. Keep going. 15 seconds in and double. So I'm going to tell you, I felt my shoulder externally rotate. There's a little rotation there, but you're not rotating through your upper spine. You're really trying to keep your spine drawn forward. And back. Good job. 8 seconds left. Keep going. Soften through your shoulders and through your neck. And last one. Good. And press yourself up. Good job. So a lot of us, we use our upper traps. It's like this immediate connection to the upper body. We tense up. Really just draw that awareness to the shoulders. Fantastic. All right. Now, palms are open. We're going to go into round the world. It's a great way to also focus on letting the shoulders do the work and not the neck. Soften your throat. Knees are slightly bent and lift. You're creating this nice little circle with your arms and lift. Watch your rib cage. So as you're lifting, you're not going into like this deep extension through the rib cage. Beautiful. Keep going. Beautiful. Working the lats here, working the shoulders, soften through your neck. Good, we've got 15 seconds left, we're almost there. Beautiful, 8 and 5. Don't strain as you lift. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, beautiful, excellent job. Alrighty, now we're going to go into some tricep kickbacks. So we're going to come back into that forward bend. Knees are bent, elbows are tucked in at the side, and we're going to kick it back. We're going to do a single, single, double as well. So bend the knees, hinge from the hips, elbows are tucked in. So it's our second tricep. We did our tricep push-ups. Single, single, double. So we're going to do half the time, single, single, double. Then we're going to finish off with some pulses. Keep going. And breathe, and back, and kick. Keep going. And back, beautiful. And back. So as you extend your arm, you're not locking through the elbow, just really targeting that tricep. Good, last one, and back. Now, I want you to press your arms back. Palms are facing to the sky, and you're gonna pulse for 20 seconds. Little pulses. Little pulse. Maybe feel a little work through the shoulders here as well. Posterior deltoid, the back of the shoulder. Definitely doing a bit of work along with the tricep. Keep going for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. Let your body rest. Fantastic. All right, we're going to come back into our set of inchworms. Start at the base of your mat. We got one more round of inchworms. Now, if you did one type of inchworm on your first round, maybe you want to try something different. I'm going to do a side plank on these ones. Starting at the foot of the mat, we're going to roll down through our vertebrae, all the way down, and walk it out. And open, and open. Again, listen to your body. Choose what works for you. Good. And come down. Roll it out. And open, and open, and back. Roll it out. Beautiful. And roll, and back. Find your perfect pace here. Listen to your body. And back. And roll it in. And in. Good job. Almost there. I think we can finish up with 2 more inchworms. This one and one more. And back. And roll it in. And our last one. And open. And open. And back. Whew. Roll it up. Fantastic. Whew. Shake it off. You need to grab some water. Go ahead and do so. We're going to move down onto the floor. Okay. And take my shoes off. Just because that feels better for me for my ab workout for the ab part. Okay, so knees are going to be bent. When you're ready, come down onto the mat. So we're going to begin with our hands right behind our head, interlace the fingers. And we're going to bring our elbows into our peripheral vision so you can kind of see them at the corners of your eyes. Shoulders are nice and settled on the floor, and your low back is in a neutral spine. So we're not flattening through the back here. You're not using your glutes at all as you come into your forward flexion. So there's a slight little arch of the low back, and your pelvis is flat. And here we go. Exhale to lift. Pull your shoulder blades right off the ground, and then back down. And lift. And down. Keep your chin lifted. Now, tendency to work through the neck here. Let your head feel heavy. Turn your attention to your abs. And just allow your head to rest in the palms of your hands. Keep going. Notice where your rib cage is in space. We're not popping through the rib cage. Pull up through the abs. Keep going. And and down. Keep going. Nice job. You've got it. Almost there. 5 more. And 3 and 4. Sorry. 3, 2. Now come up to your 1, your last one. Stay lifted. Maybe take yourself up a little bit deeper. Bring your right foot up and then your left. Stay into this crouch, flex forward position. Extend out through your right leg and then bend and reach to your left. So upper body just stays lifted and reach and in and reach and in. Lift your chin up to the sky and reach and reach. Good, keep going. Keep going. Let your head feel heavy. Let your neck feel soft. Keep your abs turned on. You've got it. Good, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your right leg. Extend your left. Start to kick and kick and kick. Lift your legs up a little bit higher if you're feeling that in your low back. And kick, kick. Small little kicks. And kick, and kick for 15, 14, 13, 12, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to bicycle. Keep going. Now remember, if you need a break, we take it, but then we get back in. So only thing bicycling are your legs. Your upper body's still in this flex position. You're using your low abs here. Keep going. That's it, guys. Nice job. You've got it. Stay strong for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're moving right into Oakley crisscross in 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternate sides. Here we go. That's it. Make sure you lift your shoulders up off the ground. You need a break, you take it. Keep going. 30 seconds. Stay concentrating. 20 seconds. That's it. 15. Oh yeah, we're almost there. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7. We got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Hello. All right. We did it. Good job, guys. Well done. Okay. Take a minute. Knock your knees together. Let your feet open up as wide as your mat. Let your body just rest down on the mat here for a second. Oh, take a moment to connect with your breath. Just check in for a second here. Soften your shoulders. I want you to imagine your body kind of seeping into the earth, allowing the back body to really just connect here. Connect your shoulders, the back of your head, your mid-back, your low back, even the soles of the feet, knees knocked together if that feels comfortable, just to loosen the back. And for a few breaths here, check in with your body, see how you're feeling. If there's anything you need today, this is a great time to chime in and say, Sharon, I want this. Don't be shy, please. Yeah. Oh, hold on. So I hear you, but you kind of went, I lost you in space here. So say that again. Okay. Huh. No, I don't hear you. If you have the opportunity to send me a chat. Oh! Yep. Yep, we've got that. Yep, that's perfect. I got that. Perfect. Wonderful. I can hear you now. Sometimes I feel like I work for Sprint. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, so that's beautiful. Great. We're going to do some hip opening work as well today. So wonderful. So let's bring our hands to the side, and we're going to come down onto the floor with our knees bent. So as you're ready, we're going to press our feet into the floor, and we're going to come into our bridges. This is a really nice hip opener, just to open up through the front body, through the hips, turn on the glutes, draw the knees forward. So think about elongating from shoulder to knee. Take a deep breath here, and then as you exhale, come all the way back down to the mat. So let's flow through our bridges about 5 more times at your own perfect pace. Open up the hip, just allow the hip to open here, and then roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep going, and pull up. And back down. I have to be honest with you, through all the yoga practices I've been teaching over the last 5 weeks or so virtually, I have been sneaking in a lot of hip openers because of the fact that we are maybe sitting a little more than we usually do. So I'm really loving that. This is something that's also needed, and so thank you for sharing that. Okay, last one. Peel your spine off the ground, press the feet into the floor. Beautiful. And now drip your spine right back down to the ground. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the hips just open. Butterfly pose is a beautiful pose to allow the hips to open. And just take a moment here, about 5 breaths, and with each exhale, let the knees just drip down towards the side. And breathe really nice and deeply into the breath. Release the body. If you're holding any tension in your shoulders, allow this to be an opportunity to just let go of anything that you don't want to carry anymore. Just release it, let it come down towards the earth, and let the mat absorb it today for us. And take a deep breath in. And then take a big deep breath out of the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Now, taking your time here, let us slowly drive the knees back together. They're going to stay bent, and we're going to keep them hip distance apart. So we're going to do what's called a hip release, beginning with the right leg. Now, the knee is going to be bent. You're going to open up the knee towards the right side. Allow that left hip to stay anchored down into the floor. You're going to find your right foot on the outer edge of the foot. You're going to slide the right foot along. Keep that opening through the hip, the arch of the foot's lifted towards the sky. Now I want you to bring your foot straight onto the heel, glide your foot back in towards center. Open, slide and reach, so open up the hip, bring the foot back through center, slide the heel in towards your midline. Now open the hip, slide it forward, keep the hip nice and open, peel onto the heel and then pull the heel back in towards center and open. This will be our last one. Glide the foot forward, roll the heel onto the heel and slide the foot back through center. Now we're going to reverse that. We're going to slide the heel forward, lengthen the leg, open the leg towards the right, and then glide the side of the foot back through center. Draw the knee up and slide. Open, glide the foot forward and back through center. 2 more times. Reach, open, slide the foot in and back through center. Last one, reach. Now you might say, I'm not feeling much here, but this is just opening up this hip. It's such a beautiful, gentle practice to really allow the hip to open. So let's do the same with the left side. We're going to open up to the left. Keep that right hip anchored down to the ground. Slide the foot forward. Keep the outer edge of the foot onto the floor, and the left hip is open. Draw the foot forward onto the heel. Slide the foot back as if you're trying to work against resistance here. So you're actually very active through that sliding motion. So glide the foot forward. Open up that left hip. Turn forward. Toes are up to the sky. Slide the foot in, really use the hamstrings to bring your heel back in through center. And 3 more times. Open, slide forward, bring the foot onto the heel, and then glide the foot back through center. 2 more. Really watching for that right hip. It wants to maybe bring itself over to the left. We really want to stay anchored there. Good. Last one. Open, slide the foot forward, come back through center, and then glide the foot back in towards your glute. Now we're going to reverse that. Slide the left foot forward. Open up the foot. Keep that hip open and then glide your foot back in on the outer edge of the foot and bring the left knee up and bent. Slide the foot forward. Open to the outer edge. Glide the foot back in. Keep that hip open and then bring the left knee in. Let's do that 3 more times. Reach and glide, open and bring the foot back in, open up through the hip. Good job. And slide and open, glide the foot back in and bring the knee in. Last one, slide it forward, open up the foot, glide the foot in through center and bring the foot back in. Great job. All right, so feet are going to stay hip distance apart. Let's go through a couple more bridges just to release a little bit through the hip. Peel your spine up, open up the chest, and then slowly bring your spine back down towards the ground. And peel up. Open up the chest, and then slowly come back down. Perfect. Well done. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock your body side to side. Maybe create some circles with the knees. And then maybe reverse the circle in the opposite direction. Create these gorgeous circles, maybe moving through the shoulders. Really just finding this gentleness. ready, come back through center. And we're going to press the left leg down long. We're going to extend the right leg out towards the sun. And then we're just going to gently guide the right leg and open up the inner thigh. So allow that left hip to really stay anchored. It's going to want to twist with you. So we want to really try to keep nice and stable here. So maybe even press your hands down on your left hip. It's just some tactile information. You're going to feel this beautiful stretch through the inner thigh. Also a little bit of an opening through the hip. And then as you're ready, bring the right foot up through center, and we're going to just take that left hand, and glide it over onto the thigh, and just twist our right leg over our left, and just open up and stretch the glutes. After all that glute work today, this could feel really nice. So take a few breaths here. Just allow the muscles to relax. If you're finding you're gripping, just release it. Also a nice twist as well through the spine. And come back through center. Beautiful. Place the right foot down onto the floor. Extend the right leg. Left knee comes in. We're going to extend the left leg out. Place the hand on the right hip just so you have that tactile information. And then open up through the left leg. Just let that left thigh, inner thigh stretch. And just find a little bit of this release through the muscles. So if you're gripping and trying to hold and work against the rotation, allow yourself to take a few breaths just to release any of that sense of gripping through the muscle. And then come back through center. Take your right hand, maybe bring it onto the outer edge of the left leg and rotate towards the right. We're going to take about 3 or 4 really nice big deep breaths here. And just allow ourselves to really release through the glute. And then as you're ready, come back through center. Keep your left leg extended up to the sky. Bend the right knee and take the left ankle and just rest it on top of the right knee. We're going to bring our right thigh in towards our chest, interlace the fingers, and give our hip and our glute a nice little added stretch here. So feel free to just lengthen through the right leg. If you don't want to interlace the fingers, if you find that ends up working and stressing you out through your shoulders, then just lengthen the leg and just rest your hands at your side. Just let your upper body be really nice and soft here. And as you take your exhales, bring your thigh in towards your heart a little more. Take a few really nice big deep breaths. Remembering sometimes less is more, so just a great opportunity here to just take the edge off, soften your body, take this moment to just rest your mind. And then as you're ready, slowly bring your right foot down towards the floor, and then we're going to cross over our right ankle over our left, open up through the right hip. Just begin that, and then take the left thigh in towards the chest. Gently even press away the right elbow with the right elbow, pressing the right leg away. Take the left thigh in towards the chest, and just feel this gorgeous stretch right through the glute. As you're ready, we can slowly guide the left foot down towards the ground and unwind the right from the left. Let us roll onto our tummy, and we're going to press ourselves into our Sphinx Pose. This is another way to open up through the hips, but also to offer a little bit of extension through the upper back. Again, something we're at computers a lot all day. We tend to be hunched forward, so this is a great way to work through that. Elbows are stacked right underneath the shoulders. Belly is pulled in, feet are long, and we're gonna just lift up through the sternum. So it's not a huge lift here. The pubic area is down on the floor, and we're just lifting up through the sternum. We're also opening up through the hip. I'm just inviting a bit of extension through the upper back. And if you want to, you can rotate your neck in either direction to loosen up through the neck muscles. As you're ready, staying in this position, take your left hand, bring it kind of halfway so it's midway in the middle of the mat. And we're going to roll the right shoulder back and reach back for our right leg. Now the shoulders are, there's a slight external rotation of the right shoulder, and we're just pressing into our right foot with our right hand and our hand into our foot, and we're just opening up through that right hip. It's a half bow pose. And lift through the sternum, so maintain that beautiful upper thoracic extension. And then as you're ready, you can release your right foot, bring your right hand midway through your mat, cross back, take hold of your left foot, roll the shoulder blade back, and then gently lift. So you want to lift a little bit of the knee up off the ground, maintain that lift through the sternum, pull the belly in. And you can't quite reach your foot, maybe just reach back, almost this kind of mind's eye thing. Reaching back and just creating this opening through the hip. And then as you're ready, releasing the hands back down to the floor. We're going to press back into child's pose. Knees are going to stay wide. And press back and give our back as well as our hips a little nice stretch here. Maybe your hands are extended out long. Maybe they're resting at your sides. Just take a few breaths here. And then at your leisure, take your hands, tent them up. So your fingertips are resting onto the floor. The heel of your hand is lifted, and we're going to walk our hands over to the left side of the room. Keep your hips square. Reach with your right arm a little further away, and just give that shoulder and that side body a nice stretch. And as you're ready, walk your hands back through center and over to the other side. Taking that left arm a little longer, take the left hip, drip it down towards the heels a little further. Allow for this nice stretch through the rib cage, through the intercostal muscles, as well as through the shoulder girdle. And then as you're ready, come back through center, and we're going to press up into all fours into our tabletop position, coming into a few cat-cows. So beginning in neutral, we're going to inhale to begin to articulate through the low back, lift up through the sternum, and then pull the belly in, round the upper back, turn the gaze between the knees, press the hands into the floor. And inhale, lift. And exhale, pull it in, turn the gaze between the knees. And inhale, lift. And round the upper back, press the hands into the floor. Continue to move with one breath and one movement. And last set. And come back into your neutral spine. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to get ready to go into downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. Curl the toes under, press up into your downward facing dog. Let the shoulders rest away from the ears and press down through the heels. Give your back of your body a little stretch here, and maybe pedal the feet one at a time. And just feel a little bit of movement, a little fluidity through the shoulders, through the hips here, kind of working at your own perfect pace. Take another breath or two. And then as you're ready, we're going to come back in through center, drop down through the heels. We're going to bring our left foot a little bit in towards the middle of our mat. Shift the weight into the left. As we inhale, we guide our right leg up to the sky. Let your heart drip down. Press your hands into the floor. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Round your upper back. Like you're in this runner stance. Inhale, reach. And run. Bring the knee in. Shift your weight forward. And reach. And bring the knee in. One more time. And reach. And bring the knee in. Now, you're going to shift your weight forward. Bring your right foot all the way forward. Now, you're going to walk your hands in through center. Your right foot's going to be outstretched to the right corner of the mat, and the heels are in towards the midline. We're going to place our hands on our hips, lengthen through the back, and lift up. And we're going to come into straddle split. So heels are in, toes are out, torso is lifted, hands can be here on your hips if that feels comfortable. We're going to be doing a couple of forward folds and then lifts. Keep the belly turned on. Turn up the glutes as well so you can really protect your back. As we lengthen, we're going to come down, open up the chest. As we exhale, we're going to peel ourselves all the way back up and down. Lengthen through the back. And exhale, come all the way up. Great job. Last one, we're going to come down. Find your low back, find your lengthened back. Draw your heart forward. Maybe you want to open up a little wider to get that back of the legs a nice stretch here. Also an area that can feel really tight if we're seated for long periods of time. Bring the hands down onto the floor and just stack your back right on top of your wrists. So maybe your fingers are tented or your hands are tented, and just lift up through the spine. It's going to find this really nice back extension here. Draw the shoulder blades down. Good. Hold it here. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, you can walk your hands a little further away. Draw the crown of the head down towards the floor. Give the back a little stretch. Inner thigh is stretched. It almost feels like the further you go down, you might get a little more of that extension through the hamstring and through the inner thighs. Take a breath. And then walk your hands back through center. And as you do, lengthen your back. We're going to walk our hands over to the right foot. Toe heel the right foot so that you're on the outer edge of your mat. And then drop down through your left knee. We're coming into lizard. So hands are on the inside space, kind of right next to the arch of the foot. Or actually right underneath the shoulders, but in the same space as the arch. The right foot is going to maybe open up outer to the outer edge of the foot and just allow that left hip to open up. So it's a really nice opening here. Back is long. And it's just allowing, you can even create this little bit of movement and even place a little bit of rotation here as we come into lizard. Just allow the hip to open. Just kind of swim your body from side to side, loosening up. Good. And then as you're ready, bring your right foot back, toe heel it back through center. You're staying on your left knee, and then walk your hands up and open up through the hip. Pull the belly in, open up through the side body. Maybe take the left arm up towards the sky, if that feels comfortable, and then lean over to the right. Take a few breaths into this space. And then come back through center, walk your hands on either side of the right foot, curl the left toes up, and then you're going to walk your hands over to the left side. So we're just going to do the exact same thing on the opposite direction. Frame the front foot, drop the right knee down to the floor, and we're going to toe heel the left foot over to the left edge of the mat. We're going to find lizard here. Hands are resting on the inside arch of the left foot. Left knee is just splaying open if that feels comfortable, and you're allowing gravity to pull you down towards the earth. You're nice and active through the shoulders. Right hip is dripping down towards the earth, and then maybe feel a little bit of opportunity to move if this feels comfortable. Maybe even create a little rotation. Just loosening up. And rock your body. And then at your own perfect pace, we'll come back through center. We'll toe heel the left foot back in, directly underneath the knee. And then maybe walk our hands over onto our knee, opening up through the right hip. Lift up through the sternum. Keep your torso lifted. Guide the right hand up towards the sky. And again, we're targeting the psoas muscle here with this beautiful stretch. So know that you can do this anytime you've been sitting too long. And then open up, reach over to the left side. And the psoas is, I think I said before, so if I'm repeating myself, sorry, is the biggest muscle in our body. It's also the one that connects our upper body to our lower body. So it does a lot. It also holds a lot of emotion and tension. So it's a great way just to release that. Come back through center and then release the hands down on either side of your left foot. We're going to bring the left foot back and let's shift back into child's pose and just let the heart down towards the earth. And as you're ready, let us come onto our back. And we're going to go into our spinal twist. Okay. So lying down onto our back, feet are bent. Hands are resting at the sides with our heart open. Maybe your feet are at 90 degrees. Maybe this is where you want to start, or you want to start with your feet down on the floor. It's really up to you. Take your feet and we're going to roll them over towards the right side. I like to shift my right hip over a little bit towards the left. Just gives me a little bit more room. And then turn your gaze towards the left. Soften through the shoulders. Let the shoulders rest. And as you're ready, bring your knees back in through center and then over to the left. So maybe you want to shift your hip over to the left, turn your knees over, stack your hips, knees, and ankles. Turn your gaze towards the right and let your heart just splay open. Take a few breaths. Then back through center. We'll go into our happy baby. Peace fingers, grab hold of the big toes. Feet are flexed, knees are wide. And just rock your body side to side. Bring the low back, a little stretch, a little opening more through the hip. And as you're ready, we can come back through center. You have two choices in Shavasana today. You can complete Shavasana in Baddha Konasana, which is supine, Supta Baddha Konasana, sorry, is supine butterfly pose if you want a little bit more of an opening through the hips, so the soles of the feet together and the knees are bent. Or if it feels more comfortable, you can lay your legs long onto the mat and just take your Shavasana. Now, I was reading about there was a question that was asked, why take Shavasana? And it was a great question. It is probably one of the hardest poses to take because we find ourselves in this place where, oh, let me get up and let me check my work and let me do what I gotta do today. So not only does it take that discipline to decide to take the rest, but the benefits of Shavasana are far deeper than just quieting the mind. It helps with insomnia. It helps with depression, anxiety. It helps to relax the mind, the body, the spirit, the soul. And it really brings us back to a place of rejuvenation. So for the next 60 seconds, offer your gift to yourself of this rest, to rest your body and your mind. Reawaken our body. Let us take a few deep clearing breaths, breathing in through the nose and release out of the mouth. Now if you wish to stay in Shavasana a little longer, please feel free to do so. If this is your opportunity to quiet your body and this is a little bit of time for yourself, please take it. And as you're ready, we can slowly reawaken the body by creating a little bit of movement through the fingers and through the toes. Maybe perhaps rolling onto your favorite side. You can either rest here for a few moments or you can come up into your easy seated position. Really just do whatever feels good for you right now. I will not disturb you. You just stay in your space. We're going to close our practice off maybe with our hands at heart center. Just take a moment to maybe savor this space within our body. Maybe the sensations, maybe the clearing of the thoughts and that quiet space in our mind. May your heart always stay warm. May your smile always stay broad. And may the light that shines in me always honor the light that shines in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. It's, as always, it's just such a pleasure to be with you guys today, and I appreciate you all so tremendously. I hope you have nothing but a wonderful day today and a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.